And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 platforms, and just in general becoming a better trader. And then I share this information with you so you can become a better trader. So it is Sunday, July the 26th, 2026. We are back from vacation and getting ready to start a new work week tomorrow. Vacations are always too short, but this one was particularly memorable, and I can't wait to get started on another one. But first, we got to get some work done. But it's time for the weekly Forex look ahead. We're going to take a look at the 30,000-foot view as Michael Boutros says. By the way, be sure to check out Michael Boutros' video with Forex.com tomorrow morning at 8:30 New York time. He's one of the best technicians out there, and I'd highly recommend taking a look at his video. I've been watching him for about 10 years now, and he's an awesome source of inspiration and some great information as far as trading Forex goes. So check that out tomorrow morning. In the meantime, we should probably get on with some stuff. And it's been a couple of days since I've done one of these, so I'm kind of out of practice with what screens I'm showing, what screens I'm not showing. So please bear with me a little bit as we get into this. But the first thing I need to show you about is talk about is the possibility of losing money. We call that risk. And these are things you need to know about. It goes something like this. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And as you can tell, I'm in the United States as the Commodities Futures Trading Commission and the National Futures Association are both American firms, American regulatory firms. And since I've held NFA registration in the past, I think I need to say these things. And regardless of whether or not it is required by law, I need to cover my bases anyway. So the CFTC risk disclosure goes like this. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And with that, let's go ahead and start taking a look at some stuff. We've got a couple more screens to pull up before we go over there, so bear with me on that. Did have to clean out my machine this week as it got awfully cluttered. And now that I'm doing this, I suddenly remembered what screens I need to pull up. And here are a couple of them here. Better yet, we'll go ahead and show you what I'm working on right here. And right here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and fill you in on the goodies of what we're doing. So here we go. We are in the office. Yay. And we have some other stuff going on. Do that real quick. There we go. We've got light. Okay, this is the these are my expert advisors. I guess first we'll talk about me some more because that's one of my favorite topics. We'll go to market and check out my products. We're forward testing. Oh, look at that! Forward testing 3 EAs right now. So we're going to finish forward testing them a little bit and see if the criteria meet the execution on those before we can make them public. And a fourth one that's very interesting. We're working on predictive. We're using predictive AI on one. So we're going to see if that can actually make a difference in some trades and make it more profitable and more good. But as you can see, someone's taking an interest in the Bollinger Bands and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for the MT5. We've got 9 downloads on that and 6 downloads on the MetaTrader 4 version. Probably want to spice these up a little bit once I get a chance to. Right now we're building out my second favorite thing to talk about. And it is after 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, so that means the Forex markets are open, but that does not mean that we should trade them right now. Let's go ahead and accept this. This is tradingforexforprofit.com. This is my website that I'm building, and we're going to go ahead and get into this a little bit. And as you can tell, my password is 9 asterisks. Okay, here we go. This is what we do with this platform. I'm signed into this is my my account that has admin capabilities, so I'm the only admin on the account right now. But this is so it's you may see some things are not available in the free version. However, I do have made a lot of things free. For example, we added another one in here. We added mistrade in here. Mistrade is where you can sit back and you have missed an opportunity by either revenge trading, FOMO. We've had some categories for some some mistake tags to help sort out where we went wrong and things like that. I'm also going to be updating the journal platform a little bit more. We got into that and then got sidetracked on something else, trying to get the news worked out. The calendar and the news are still struggling. We're still struggling with getting those together, but we've got a brand new API source we're bringing on tomorrow or Tuesday, hopefully, and we'll get a better source on that. But you can figure out your strategies first. You might want to put in your strategies before you fill out your journal. But before that, you need an account. So up here is where you fill out your account information. And this all stays with you. None of it goes to anybody else. It stays 100% private in your platform. But the free version is allowing one account, and if you like it, then kick it around a little bit. And if you like it, you can bring in some other accounts. I manage multiple accounts, multiple personal accounts, and multiple prop accounts. And maybe you do too. Maybe you'd like to have a place where you can manage multiple accounts and keep track of what your trading platforms are. You can also come down to your performance. You can change your accounts up here. Add account activity right here manually. We don't have the ability to hook up to go straight into your broker yet. We're working on that. We've got some more things to iron out first though. Calculator. You can set up your trades and decide what kind of risk you want on each trade. The currency pairs are down here. And down here we've got billing. You can start for free, kind of kick it around and see if you like it. I hope you do like it. If not, we're still building it. So just let me know at info@tradingforexforprofit.com. If you have something else that you'd like to see added to it, then we can certainly take care of that. And what else? And that about covers it on that. Let's take a look at where I am on the prop firm trading so far today. This market has not opened up yet, but it will, I think, at 6 p.m. New York time, which is in about half an hour. So right now I was down about $160. Now I'm down just $40. So I had a couple of nice trades to help bring some profits back. And then we'll see what we can do to get this completely in the red to $500. And then that way I've achieved the first market, the first challenge. And then we'll move on to the second challenge, which is I forget what it is. I think it might be $1,000. I've got to get $1,000 on the account, and then after that, I get funded by DX Trades. So, pardon me, by FXify. So we'll see if that works out. In the meantime, let's take a look at some things. Let's look at the weeklies on Bitcoin. These do not look promising. However, it does look like they are coming up a little bit, but they need to get over about 65.3 before anything magical can start happening again. And might as well call it 67.3 because it's way down there and is just not, it's struggling. Let's just call it what it is. It's struggling. Nice doji candle to finish out the Sunday. We'll see if it continues that way because this Bitcoin does trade 24/7. So we're not gonna talk about that though. But that may be something that we want to consider. You can consider it. I'm not considering it. I don't do Bitcoin. I don't do Bitcoin or crypto. So you can do that if you want to. Let's talk about bonds. US 10-year bond yields on the weeklies look like this. They are up to 4.681. We are going to be flirting with the 2023 high daily close soon. And then after that, we're going to be looking at, well, they've been higher, 2002, 2007. But it makes it awfully, for this rate to start going up, it makes it awfully hard for stocks like Google, the Magnificent Seven, basically, Tesla, SpaceX, to raise money. So, because with the higher interest rates, then they're busy trying to raise money all the time. Then those stocks are going to come down. That's the reason why the bond yields go up for companies that are trying to attract a lot of investment funds. They go down. So that's the reason why the stock market, particularly the Nasdaq, has been not doing well lately. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Well, hold on. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq real quick. Let's see what that looks like. It's not terrible, but it's not sweet. It's not swell either. It's up to about 35.56, and that was going to put it 28.133. Do some math real quick. About 10% off. right now, close to 10% off. So that's something that that they're not wild about, but you know, hey, it happens. 10% pullback is not unusual. We had a 10% pullback here in March, well, January to March, and then we had another one. This one started really here around June 26th, and we're about a couple months into, about a month into it. Into that pullback. This pullback took considerably longer, from 10 February to 7 April. So you got another big pullback there in the NASDAQ. So will currencies keep up? Pardon me. Will tech stocks keep up? I don't know, but we will certainly find out. Take a look at the screen real quick again. We've got the bonds at our 10-year bonds at 46.81 is the open, or is the Friday's close. And then we have the Japanese bonds. This market should be start triggering pretty soon at 2.8%. So that means that the yen and the the dollar and the US 10-year and the Japanese 10-year yields are maybe converging on each other about right now. So that's what the Japanese 10-year looks like, and the US 10-year, put it right on top of it. And then we have to refresh the screen because this does want to play. Okay, so that's the, okay, there we go. We've got the US 10-year and the Japanese 10-year right here, and they are both going up about the same time. They're starting to converge, though. So we might be seeing a little bit more of a breakdown in the yen, the dollar yen carry trade. And if that happens, that means we're going to have a lot more weird things going on in the currency markets, like the dollar versus the yen coming way down, like possibly 1,000 more pips. So with that, that's what we're going to talk about there. That's enough to talk about there in the current and the bond markets. Euro versus the pound. Oh, wrong one. I always do this. Man. Over here. Now we're going to talk about the euro versus the pound. Euro versus the pound is euro starting to gain some traction on the pound, which is kind of interesting. We'll see if it's got a long way to go to get back to where it was back in November, but it's certainly a possibility. This would be the area to watch to see if it breaks through here. But it's got strong weekly support right there. We'll see if that support can turn into resistance, and if it'll go through that. I don't know. We'll see. DXY. 100 to 100.46, almost 100.5, which is close to the tops of the recent range. Of this recent range that began in March of 2025. May of 2025. So this is when the market started shifting around a lot. It was around May, June 2025. So we could have a new normal coming up. It's been about a year. Maybe we'll have some more trading activities. Maybe we'll have some more opportunities to make some money. Let's see. It's going to take us to the euro versus the dollar, which is about the inverse of the DXY. The DXY, probably the euro versus the dollar is 56% or 57% of the DXY. I think it's 56.7%. Memory serves me correctly, something like that. I'll have to look it up again if I feel like it. Probably don't feel like it. It's close enough for our purposes today. 113 hugging on to that 114 level really hard. So we'll see if it can continue to do that. I don't see any whole lot of things breaking patterns, though. Nothing is really breaking a pattern right now. We're still stuck in the same pattern we have been since June 20 of 2025, June of last year. Pound versus the dollar, 133.33. How about that? All threes. 1.3333. 0.6. Had to throw that in there. It's kind of starting to break down of this support area here, which has turned into resistance. We'll see if that turned back into resistance where it was up here back in September of 2024. But again, we're looking at starting to see a breakdown of this trade that began in June-ish of 2025. That's May of 2025. That's close enough because the next one started about here. About the same place. We're not sure what's going on with that, but we will certainly keep our eye on that. Dollar versus the SOC. This is, as a trader, it's not your job to predict the markets. I certainly don't sit back and try to predict the markets. I do not have a crystal ball. Never have. Never will. Although I do like crystal. But it does You trade what you see. And you're going to hear that tomorrow in Michael Boutros's video if you choose to check it out, but I would highly recommend checking it out. You're going to hear that a lot. Trade what you see, not what you think. It's not your job to think, it's your job to trade. Dollar versus the Swissy. Now, entries on the weekly levels are going to be, we could be seeing this break out a little bit more. And again, it's got a long way to go if it does break out. Dollar weakness, what have we got going on over here? More dollar strength on Friday. So we'll see if dollar strength can carry on throughout the rest of the beginning of the week. Probably don't have a whole lot going on. I remember what we were going to do. Let's do something else too. All right, while we've got it top of mind, let's go to the economic calendar. See what we've got going on this week. No economic calendar this week. Well, that's not cool. We've got something going on this week. Public site. Calendar. We have no impacts available this week. Okay, well, let's do something real quick. We're going to pull this over here. And we're going to go here. And then we're going to take this, do this off camera real quick. Dashboard, calendar. Oh, how about that? Disconnected the calendar for me. We are waiting for the new API information to come in from the on tradingforexforprofit.com, which is very interesting. I wasn't expecting this. News posts are working. July 24th, 2026. Oh, well, how about that? We disconnected the calendar and the news posts for this week. So let's go to forex.com, now forexfactory.com, which is my standby. It's not where my Forex feed comes from, apparently, but we'll see. Okay, so with this, for the economic calendar this week, apply settings, comes here. Okay, so let's go see what we've got going on. We've got the RBA Governor Bullock speaks. We also have the Australian inflation information coming up. Then we also have the Fed funds rate. Hey, how about that? We're expecting a hold. It's going to bring up the Fedwatch. Take a look at that in just a second, along with the FOMC statement and the FOMC press conference. And then we have the British monetary rate coming right after that, on the Thursday. The other one is at Wednesday at 2 o'clock, as it always is. And then after that, US GDP, US Advance GDP on Q2. We'll see if that how that works out. Then the traditional nothing burger of unemployment claims. And then quartz API comes out. And then the Japanese, the BOJ's policy rate. We'll see if they're expected to hold. We'll see about that. That could be a surprise on Friday. I'm not going to get into that. Hopefully going to get out of all my trades with the Japanese yen on Thursday. And then Friday morning we'll have the press conference. Then we'll have Canadian GDP coming out right after that. It'll be interesting to see Canadian GDP on top of American GDP and European core CPI right there. And we'll see what happens to that. So, and then also revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So weird they're starting to go back and revise that now. And inflation expectations, 4.2% is what it's up against for inflation expectations. That'll have a hard turn on the economy too. So with that, let's go to Fedwatch and see what happens there. Fedwatch with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and we are about here. So we have 63.7% of a hold, as we're expecting a strong chance of a hold. Anything could go because we're not sure what's going to happen with this, but we could have a rate hike, but we definitely don't see any rate cuts coming up. It's just not the marketplace where you want to cut rates right now. It's just not. You don't want to cut rates. Well, it's the stock market. One, the stock market hasn't come down very much, but instead you don't want to cut rates into inflation, into a higher inflation. That's what the bond yields represent, is higher inflation. And if you cut rates into higher inflation, you're going to get even higher inflation, and that's going to drive. That's going to kill a lot of markets. So we're not going to do that. That's what's going on this week as far as the look ahead, as far as events go. Your event risk. Kind of threw it in here. Now we can talk about yen pairs. Now we do have a rate decision, and we are looking for a potential of a rate hike. They keep their cards really close to their chest, so we'll see what happens when they release the information. They could raise hikes. They kind of hinted that they were going to on Friday, that they're looking at the possibility of raising rates twice this year. So that the dollar yen is at 163.63 right now. And this is also, these numbers are going to change wildly because the spread is really, really wide right now. There's a 30 pip spread in the pound versus the yen a minute ago. I'm not sure what it's gone to now, but let's take a look at that. I can introduce you to one of my latest EAs though too. This is measuring this segment here, this bear segment here. And this is the 50 to 65%, 61.8% levels for the pound versus the yen, and it's expecting it to drop more. This is not a perfect EA anymore. It's not even anywhere close yet. This is not in forward testing yet. We are kind of trying to see what it's going to do. But there is a lot of consolidation right now going on with the pound versus the yen, so we shall certainly see what direction it chooses to go in. We also have kind of a bearish flag forming right there too, but it hasn't really completed yet. But I wouldn't put in a sell on that yet. The carry trade on that is still a lot. You're gonna pay. It's gonna be an expensive carry trade. That's the hard part about selling the yen pairs, is that you're going to lose money on the carry trade. The carry trade between the British and the American. Pardon me, British and the for example, we'll go up here to here. Great British 10 and the Japanese 10 is even further apart. Well, that's the American. For some reason, it won't update the, this is the British. Oh. That's what those two look like, between the the carry trade between the pound and the dollar. I would not get into that. For still 4.618. For some reason, I still can't figure that one out. Oh, we'll do that another day. Where do we go now? Let's go back over here. And euro versus the yen. Not really a whole lot of activity going on, and hasn't been since about December 2025. Hasn't been all year long. Just enough to kind of keep you interested in what's going to happen, but not enough to really make a move on anything. CAD versus the yen is highly reliant on the oil trade. 116.17 is where the CAD versus the yen is. However, the oil is right now, it's Friday's close was $89 a barrel. Not bad considering all the bombing that's been going on. Aussie versus the yen, again, down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's all over the place. It came down off a little bit, and then found a home around 111.46 where it could go on its next run. Let's see if it can continue and break out of this range. 111.67 is what we're looking at. Probably come in around 114.75. Maybe a stop, buy stop there. But again, with the BOJ rate decision on Friday, I wouldn't touch that right now. I'd watch it, but I wouldn't touch it. Not right now. Again, it's Sunday night. You're not going to really touch anything right now. Friday's close on crude oil was at 89.31. Not sure what's going to happen this week yet. Dollar versus the CAD, 140.89. Well off its highs of 142, but it's starting to flirt with 141 again. See if it can break through that and go higher. Aussie versus the dollar, right there, right around 70. Oh, finally broke 70. So this might be a good time to kind of dust off your trading shoes and come into the Aussie versus the dollar. Might be time to look at that as a serious trade. And hopefully we haven't missed it so far, but the Aussie is Fibonacci, 50 Fibonacci is about 84. So can pull that in there, I think. An indicator. Yeah, let's do this. Not Fibonacci Bollinger Bands. I do not like Fibonacci Bollinger Bands. They freak me out. Fibonacci levels, however, is a good one. Let's see what that did. Okay, so we'll go from... No, I don't like that one either. Fibo... retrace. There we go. That's way down here to way up here. And then that's your swing high, late swing low, except if we pull it up even more. I'll stop it. Wow, how about that? So it gonna let me do anything like that. Oh well. So we're nowhere near the 50% mark on on this one. It's just way down here at 65.96 from the run on. That's a large macro level right there. 25. We go down to the daily. Let's see what happens if we go down to the daily. See if it lets go of that area. It does a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's the swing high I'm looking for. So we're looking at I don't know what we're looking at right now. 1.68, 618, 75. Okay. I'll go back to weekly. But that's what we're looking at on weekly. And we'll go ahead and take that off of there because, auto Fibo retracement. That's not a bad tool. Kind of like it. However, sometimes I don't want to look at the auto. I want to look at the whole thing. So we'll hold off on that. Gold. Gold is next. And again, it's still way early to start trading on the middle of the week. You want to let the market settle down a little bit. Probably wait for the Tokyo Open. Sydney opened, but the spreads are ridiculous. I wouldn't get into it right now. 40.52 right there. Kind of may have found a bit of a bottom right there, weekly bottom right there. Around 40.50 for 40.15 to 40.50. So it looks like a good support area setting up for gold. Platinum, 1604, again, finding support at 1600. Palladium, 1250, 1253 exactly, but 1250 is a good support range for palladium. Silver, 58.19. I think it's always a good time to buy silver, but you know, it's coming off this 45.87 level pretty nicely. And after that, we have the software stocks. We won't talk about them too much. There's not really a whole lot going on with the stock market yet. We'll take another look at that again tomorrow morning. I don't like to speculate on what goes on with the stock market because the stock market is can be very jumpy and not really responding to anything. But I'm not as fond of going over stocks on Sunday, the weekly look ahead, as I do with Forex and precious metals, because I don't trade those. I sit on them and hold them sometimes, but I wouldn't. Well, better yet, let's look at IGV. Never mind. IGV's big losing week last week. HubSpot lost. Salesforce lost. Intuit. Oh, it's perking up again. 296. That might be a stock that might develop some legs on it. GoDaddy. That's looking like a top right there. That's a market top right there. 94. I would I'd definitely wait and see what happens with that before I jump in with both feet. Adobe is also was looking like a contender until last week, so it's we'll see what happens with that. Upwork. Yeah, not really going anywhere. And then the Magnificent Seven is around here somewhere about mags. There it is. Big drop of the Magnificent Seven. This is what I was talking about earlier, that when the when bond yields go up, then you're going to have inflation going up and higher risks of trading stocks, or pardon me, higher risks to stocks of companies who are raising capital, such as the Magnificent Seven. You know, this whole tech industry right here over here is set up on raising capital, the ability to raise capital. And Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Tesla, and also SpaceX, they are all very highly reliant upon raising capital. Without being the ability to raise capital, companies really aren't going to go anywhere, or the stocks aren't going to go anywhere. The company might, but the stock won't. But at any rate, that is about all I've got for today. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you want to talk to me directly, go to the commentary section. Don't forget to check out our shorts that we took over while we were in South Florida. And lastly, don't forget to check out Michael Boutros' video tomorrow morning at 8:30. But he's one of the best technicians out there, and he puts it out once a week for Forex.com. They do not pay me to say that at all. I've just been watching him for 10 years, and my live accounts are through Forex.com, so I highly recommend Forex.com. But you guys have a great one. I will talk with you later. Bye.